chemical content are used to different techniques. That's a total fluoride content or TPC and total phenolic content or TFC. In antioxidant activity part, I use three different techniques that are DPPH, ABTS, and FRAP with 7 rice extracts. For my result, that show that you can see the highest total radical scavenging that show is the highest percent DPPH radical scavenging and followed by ข้าวเหนียวลืมหัว and ของกระดังงา For the percent DPPH radical scavenging that you can see the highest one is ข้าวเหนียวลืมหัว and ข้าวของกระดังงา and ข้าวเหนียวดำ wheat oil. For the last one, for reducing antioxidant power capability of different rice varieties. And you can see Kamdadang also again for the highest and followed by Kadang and Kamdadang. My conclusion found that local color rice has highest TPC and highest TFC in Kadang. For the antioxidant activity that show local rice Kadang has potential antioxidant activity as commercial color rice in also in Kamdadang. They often also at top 3 and just Swiss place. And for correlation coefficient that's between TPC and TFC with antioxidant, that you can see percent DPP has radical scavenging with TPC and TFC. That show the relationship between them have strong relationship, and for percent DPPH radical scavenging, that you can see this relationship between them, and is R equal 0.792 and 0.783. This pretty strong relationship. Now you know my finding that value-added color rice, because they contain high TPC, TFC, and antioxidant activity, and it can reduce free radical in your body. This means that my finding can change from the future from the poor to well-being, because the price and the property of the color rice from my research that show that have high phytochemical and high antioxidant. And now you can eat white color rice, replace white rice and red, because they have high TPC, TFC, and antioxidant. Now rice is not eat just for food, but eat for better health. I would like to say thank you to Scius Project for the financial support and for Faculty of Science and Technology, Prince of Songkhla University, Patani campus for all facilities, and my advisor, my primary, and my friend. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for your presentation. And have a question from audience?
You have a question? Yes, ma'am.
Please explain me about the FRAP technique.
Yes. What is FRAP technique, right? FRAP technique is they check. You have to know first antioxidant. They will to donate the electron to another. And FRAP technique is a chain from ion 3 to ion 2. And this technique to check how much antioxidant can donate the electron to the ion 3 to ion 2. Thank you for your question. Any question, the audience? No? The committee?
About the difference between the phenolic compound and flavonoids. Why do you want to determine the contents of flavonoids and both and phenolic compound?
That I want to know phenolic and flavonoid compound because phenolic and flavonoid is one of phytochemical. Phytochemical can occur naturally in the plant as smell and color. And so rice, of course, rice have phytochemical in it. And most of phytochemical, the big group is, big two group is phenolic and flavonoid. And phytochemical also can form the research work that can show you phenolic from Scius is correlation coefficient that can show the total phenolic and total flavonoid. And if they have high total phenolic content and total flavonoid content, they will have high percent for radical scavenging. And it can antioxidant from another free radical. And also again, phytochemical that can show in every plant. And from research work that show TBC and TFC has effect with radical scavenging. That I want to know why TBC, how much different rice. Sorry.
Of the flavonoid and the phenolic compound, what is difference? Then why you want to measure the difference?
Different. You have to know first for the total phenolic is the very brief group and total flavonoid is one of the total phenolic. And common of total phenolic you have benzene and hydroxyl group. And for the structure, total phenolic you have many such as anthocyanin, etc. that show in different rights and different that I want to know how much total flavonoid because flavonoid is the most group in the phenolic. Okay, alright. And total flavonoid that has a huge group of the hydroxyl group and have benzene in the structure. That's the relationship between total phenolic and flavonoid. Okay, so.
Is it necessary to use a germinated rice? Can you use just a plain grain?
Oh, if you use grain then have hard. If you chew a food grain or main grain, you will feel hard to dispatch your diet. When you're chewing it, you feel this, wow, I don't want to chewing again. But germinated rice will make the main food grain that will soften. And you will feel better when you eat. And second, they have more nutrients than make it if you pass the process.
You mean the germinated one and the one before you plant it, you will have different amount of the antioxidant things?
Yeah, of course they have different because they have to pass. When I cultivate, they will all of antioxidant and flavonoid will dissolve in the water that I cultivate. But total in the germinated rice that will be better if you chew it halfway. But again, for the if you ask about amount, they have many amount about germinated and with main food grade, right? And from the research for me, that I found that germinated cannerite has high phytochemical and high antioxidant than male food grade. Any questions, sir?
So, in order to get those flavonoids and
Excuse me?
you use methanol to extract these compounds from the rice. So why methanol? Can I use any other solvent?
Because previous research that have done in Taiwan, they compare with ethanol, water, and methanol. The research result that show methanol you can dissolve high phytochemical and antioxidant from the rice. It's the best from ethanol and water. Why I use 85% methanol? Because some of them can dissolve in the water. Because water have high polar than methanol, and some of solvent that can good to dissolve from water.
Pretty much. Now it's just the time of the time, so maybe we add some the next people who present their channel.
Will coming up? Okay. Thank you very much.
Give the structure more strong. So I have the basic what is your opinion?
Yes, it is a linear, right? So it is a high density because it is like this. How you explain it? Like this. It is high density and it is difficult for destroy.
Let's go back to your result on the graph of the FTIR. The peak of the
You mean
no,
from
the,
fertilization or application?
yes, that's what the peak of the FTIR. Okay. So the first and the second peak is in the control plastic of the control.
Yes,
Yes. And after that, on your graph, after that it's duration, or no, it's wavelength number. So, I want you to explain a bit more about the principle of FTIR and how can you know the structure has been changed.
Yeah. As I explained you before that our LLDPE, the structure is CH2, like NCH2 was CH2 and then when the light come, because this one is biodegradation. When bacteria is produce the enzyme, right? And then the enzymes come to the structure inside, and then they degrade some structure that is amorphous first, I think. And if we use more duration, bacteria will produce another enzyme, exoenzyme. They will degrade some crystal in the LLDP because LLDP have a two type, like crystal and amorphous. And I think the amorphous is the first bacteria will degrade.
Why is the bacteria prefer the amorphous rather than the other one? What is the other one?
Crystal.
What? First, I want to know what is the difference between amorphous and crystal.
You asked about why the bacteria degrade and amorphous before?
Yeah. It's coming for the first question first. I want to know what is the difference between the amorphous and the crystal, right? And Victorina said that the bacteria prefer to cut, right? You said cut or break the bond. I'm not sure. Break the bond of the amorphous rather than crystal. Why is that? And the third one, come to the third one. What enzyme that can do this work? Because you mentioned it is the job of the enzyme. So what enzyme? So come to three questions.
Because the amorphous that is not hard packing like crystal. That's why bacteria inside of bacteria can easy to degrade. And the crystalline is a high packing. This packing like this, and bacteria and inside of bacteria is used the long time for degrade. And you asked about the enzyme that bacteria use. From paper that they believe we don't sure about the enzyme, but we can know is about a is it a peroxide?
The name of the enzyme not end with oxide. Should be what? Peroxidase.
That's it.
Not peroxidase.
You say that after the first month, the growth rate increased. Can you give me the reason?
Okay. From the graph, we capture the bacteria, and the bacteria is stopped in the second month. So we think the media in the fast was run out of by the bacteria. So we change the media in the flask in the second month by piping out the liquid in the flask out. That's why the cell is dropped in the third month, because some liquid in the flask is decreased. And when we change the media in the last month, the cell of bacteria is growing again.
That means you also remove the bacteria.
Again, please.
Because if you take out the liquid, then you also remove the bacteria from the.
Yes, I think so like that, but we try to do my best because when we put our off, we does not shake, and we thought that bacteria will stay in the bottle, and we try my best to do that. And when we put out, we also put in our SM also.
Multi-site between the tensile strength and the FTIR. Which one is more? We can trust which one that you can trust more between these two techniques.
I think FTIR, because the FTIR we can change the structure inside of it. But if you change tensile strength, you will know only the scope of it.
And I think the best we should check the two techniques. But
เป็นตัวอย่างส่วนมากเหมือนว่าถ้าเกิดเป็นการเพิ่มระดับเสียงครับแต่ว่าในทางคณิตศาสตร์จะเหมือนเป็นการคูณครับคูณ2อย่างเช่นตัวอย่างถ้าเกิดมี0 1 2คือโดเรมีครับถ้าเกิด direction มาเป็น 2x ครับมันเป็น024เป็นตัวมีส่วนเป็นการเพิ่มแบบเสียงที่ไม่มีครับขยายฟอร์มหรือว่าจะเป็นการคูณ3ก็ได้ครับแต่ว่ามันจะมีการขึ้นเสียงนะครับในของดนตรีสากลนะครับเป็นช้าครับแต่ว่าเพลงไทยมันยังไม่เหนียวก็เลยเราศึกษาเป็นที่เราศึกษามีแค่2 Unity คือ Partition กับ Immersion นะครับที่เราสนใจในเพลงไทย
The of time that the member post their Facebook and the time of what the member want to see, which is the time is 8 p.m. to midnight, and the time of midnight is about that.
In the future plan, we will to observe and do experiment in bigger sample size, such as Facebook fan page. Our Facebook fan page has member more than Facebook group, and we will to make the result more accurate, so that we will to track data from scene, and we will to use the result for create a new group and or activate that group. So maybe many members will pay attention in this group again. Thank you.
Do you know who first created this Science 6 group?
Yes. Student in State University.
And okay, another question is, you said that you have more than 300 members, right? And you pick only 58 surveys. How many surveys did you do?
We was the survey to static group, but it has 58 members only to do this survey.
Did you know, so you don't know who answered in the survey, right?
We know because who did the survey, then post it, then comment it, recommend the answer to this point.
I see, but in your, for the result that you show us, you didn't show us the information about who answered the survey, right?
And my friend, please welcome up. We come from Trinity Youngstown School, and today we will present you our project, calculating the area of the circle enclosed in the regular star polygon. Introduction. When you're creating a pointed star that has a equilateral triangular, it will be seen that there is a polygon that's equilateral triangular in size, and the number of sides of the polygon is equal to endpoints of the regular star polygon. And when we draw a line connecting the angles of the polygon, the inner circle will be emerged and also the inner circle of a regular star polygon as well. So in our project, it focuses on finding the area of the circle enclosed in the regular star polygon. Objective: finding the area of the circle enclosed in the regular star polygon. Methodology: creating a pointed star that has equilateral and triangular, which the value of n is from 5 to 14 by using GSP. When we're using GSP, you must draw the picture of a pointed star first, then draw the picture of the inner circle. Then use GSP to calculate the value of the radius and the area of the inner circle. Like this PowerPoint. And repeat 10 times with the value of n from 5 to 14. So when we use GSP, you must draw the picture, and this may take a long time. Then, finding the radius and the area of the endpointed star, which the value of n is from 5 to 14, by using our formula that we create ourselves and comparing with the result from the GSP. In our formula, there are only two factors. The first one is the diameter of each side and the value of n. If we know both of them, we can solve our formula and we will get the radius of the circle. So we must study the relation of the diameter of each side and the the value of n to find the radius of the circle. Then we found that there are 8 kite shapes within n-pointed star. So we draw a line to divide the 8 kite shape into 2 congruent triangles. We draw P line, and P line will help us to know the relation of diameter of each side with the radius of the circle. Next, Nathaniel will describe how P lines can show us the relation of diameter of each side with the value of radius of the circle.
N-pointed star. Assume for BH side is equal to P, for HC side is equal to P, and for DHC angle is equal to M. Following the N-pointed star in the picture, we found that P is equal D side B, and P is equal R side A too. So D side B is equal R side A. In our project, we focus on the radius because we want to find the area of a circle. So we found that R is equal to D side B divided by side A. But we don't know A and B angle. So we found this angle from M angle by using the theory of interior angle of regular polygon. And then we found that B is equal M minus 90 degrees and A is equal 90 degrees minus M divided by 2. And then represent the value of R in equation, represent the value of B and A in the equation of R as shown. Finally, we represent the value of R in the formula to find the area of a circle, that is pi r squared as shown. Next, Nathaniel will describe about the result and conclusion.
Results: when we find the radius and the area of the circle, we have the radius formula as shown. And represent the formula of the radius into pi r squared. So the formula of the circle's area as shown. This table shows the value of the radius and the area of the circle. From this table, we know that the value that calculated by our formula is nearly by calculated with GSP. Conclusion: finding the radius and the area of the circle enclosed in the n-pointed star with the value of n is from 5 onwards. So the result is as shown. Then, we want to know the formula of the circle's area. We represent our formula into pi r squared. So the formula of the circle's area as shown. Special thank you for joining us and our advisor, Mr. Nathaniel.
Because of our misunderstanding of our communication, Mr. Yusuf Deba is not our advisor, but he gave some suggestions for me that is very useful for our project. And we would like to apologize to him sincerely. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, I have just a simple question. In your formula, can you show us your formula?
Yes.
Okay. Here. Cosecant? Okay. Okay, you use degree, right? 180 degree. The question is, can you use radians instead of degree? Would that be working as well?
As in our project, we use the interior angles law. It's from 8 minus 2 multiplied by 180. It's from this interior angles law. And then if I represent the radian to this angle, this degree, I think it may be harder, or I maybe start to think in the formula, and this is not same. I think this is not same.
I know that the formula would be the same, but the question is, okay, 180 degree, what is it in radians?
It's pi.
1 pi, right?
Pi.
Okay, so what if I change 180 to just pi? Would this formula work?
Work. I think it's same. Maybe same. Oh. The regular star polygon is a star polygon that has equilateral and equiangular. It's not same with irregular.
You have another example, like we can why do you only show a pi? Pi is just regular star that you already know.
This is a regular. We don't prepare another regular, sorry. Equilateral and just regular. Please. It can be large if the radius is small and the diameter will large for you. It's still a regular cell. Yes. Oh, sorry. In the regular star polygon, the diameter of each side and the radius will follow it. The regular star polygon here form will divide the circle and it sets the convection. table. It's not different, right? It's not exactly right. Because the value of pi that using TSP and using our calculator may not same, and when we roll up the lexical, it will a little not exactly. But I think when we use TSP, we must take a long time in my project, and the value was very narrow. We divide the circle in, for example, for the five pentagram, we divide the circle, the degree point with divide the circle into 5 points with the vertical intersection.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Scius Forum and my partner Sompong. Today, we would like to present our project and try to learn 3D facial model reconstruction from images. Our advisor are Dr. Tayal and Assistant Professor Dr. Rnara. This is outline of presentation. This is a comparison of 3D image and 3D model. So we can see 2D image only one side of them, but 3D model have more dimension. So we can observe the 3D model or sided of the object clearly. From this 3D model and object, this is inspired to make this project. So our objective is to reconstruct 3D model, 3D facial structure from 2 images. We hope that they will cause a lot of benefits, such as to neurochemical investigation, to help doctor perform complex surgery, and to help personal identification. In order to reconstruct 3D model, we have 3 main steps. First, image preparation. Second, 3D coordinate calculation. Third, interactive process point algorithm or ICP algorithm. In first step, image preparation, the final step as follows. First, use pointer to display plenty white dot in grid pattern. The pattern called picture file. Next, take a photo from different angles by two photos. Next, adjust this into monochrome by histogram polarization to find corresponding point easier. In second main step, calculating 3D coordinates. First, find corresponding point on each face image and store 2D coordinates of corresponding point from left and right image to be input data as much as we can find. Next, compute 3D coordinates of corresponding point. In actually, we can find the volume by theory of similar triangle by this equation, where F is the focal length of the camera, B is the distance between focus point of the camera. XR and XL are the X value from right and left image in order. But B and F are dispensable because they are constant and difficult to find. Therefore, we can find the depth value by this equation, where MC min is the C coordinate value of deepest point in the form model, and D min is the least disparity of corresponding point when left and right image are overlaid. Next, find the x and y coordinates value and adjust into the ratio for balance with the form model by this equation, where fx and fy are the width and height of images in pixel units. In order, w and h are the width and height of the default model. Y model min is the least y coordinate value of point in default model, and the last ix and iy are the average of x and y coordinate of corresponding point in order. After we got all of 3D coordinate, the received data is enough to reconstruct 3D model, but is incomplete. So by this figure, there is the outstanding mistake mark. Next. In third step, matching coordinate to reform model by ICT evolution. We reference ICT evolution from Mehmet year 2006. ICT evolution is an algorithm that we use to merge between T coordinates to and default model together. By rotation and translation, the main question of ICT algorithm, this step is process in ICT algorithm. First, store the 3D coordinate to pieces. Next, find the nearest point between the default model point and all elements in pieces. Next, find the rotation matrix R for no exit of rotation and side of rotation by this equation. But we cannot find matrix R because we don't know all value in this equation. We have to consider this equation. Let's say Qi theta equal R multiply I theta. We want to find R to make to effect to make Qi theta equal Xi theta. But in reality, we cannot do it. Therefore, consider minimum of summation of distance between I theta with Qi theta. After we split the equation, we can see the first term have minimum value whenever the last term has a maximum value. Therefore, enough to consider only the last term. After that, we put R in the last term equation and get that. You can see the term. The term can consider in the coordinate of eigenvector. That's it. So in Since R variation with Q, we therefore consider maximum Q. Condition make Q have a maximum value have following that. After that, put Q to rotation metric equation in the first equation and get R. Next step, find the translation vector by equation. Next, compute the new coordinate by this equation. Next, compute the error value by this equation. Next, compare the error value with the threshold value. If the error value over than the threshold value, take P new in P and repeat the ICP version. Next, if error value less than the threshold value, repeat P new in the form model and get a result. You can see point before and after ICP version. The result is first image is the result after second main step. You can see the error point that after, but in the second image after A, these are result of after ICP algorithm. You can see no have error point. Conclusion. First, received 3D model show only outline. Next, absolute of received 3D model depends on the amount of internet corresponding point. Next, if an user specify the corresponding point amiss, the 3D model framework may differ from reality, and the user has to consider entering the threshold value to make the 3D model realistically. And acknowledgement. Thank you for every support. And finally, thank you for your attention.
Okay, I think the project is quite interesting and maybe useful. Okay, on page 13, that you have a figure of graph. Yeah, and then you said that you use the similar triangles, right?
Yeah.
Can you show us which similars which triangles are similar? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Similar triangles. What are they?
This first triangle, this is a similar triangle, right?
Triangle.
Yeah.
On the bigger one.
Yeah. Yeah, and the bigger.
Okay, and then on page 21, we talk about rotation metrics. Right? Okay, so your rotation metrics come for three metrics. What are Q, X, and Q star?
May we answer in China? May we answer in China? ก็ตรงคิวมันเป็นคอร์เทียนตัวหนึ่งของที่ว่าสามารถหาได้จากสมการหลักที่กล่าวไปข้างต้นของเขียนไว้ชื่อนะแล้วก็ส่วนตรงไทยกับมันเป็นพิกัดที่เราอยู่ในเซตทีที่เราใส่ลงไปจากขั้นตอนแรกในขั้นตอนที่2ครับผมแล้วก็ส่วนตรงนี้ก็เป็นส่วนที่ของ ขอเรียนต่อหน้าครับ
Please explain the importance of translation.
ก็ตรง rotation matching นะครับ rotation matching ตรงนี้มันเป็นทฤษฎีจากควอเตอร์เนียนว่าตรงนี้เราจากสมการตรงนี้ครับเราสามารถระบุไซส์ของการหมุนแล้วก็แกนในการหมุนได้ครับก็แต่ว่าเรายังไม่สามารถหาได้เนื่องจากเรายังไม่รู้ค่า Q นะครับเราก็เลยพิจารณาค่า Q จากสมการหลักของตัว ITTM เลยชุดนะครับเราก็จะจัดรูปให้อยู่ในเทอม T เพื่อตัด T ออกไปในคำนวณในขั้นตอน R ก่อนก็จะจัดรูปโดยกำหนดให้ xi theta ครับเท่ากับ xi ลบด้วย xi over a ก็จะจัดรูปออกมาเป็น qi theta เท่ากับ i theta ซึ่งจากตรงสมการนี้เราจะเห็นว่าเราต้องหา r ที่ทำให้ xi theta เท่ากับ qi theta ใช่ไหมครับแต่ในความเป็นจริงด้วยของที่เราเป็นกลุ่มจุดนะครับมันจริงไม่สามารถที่จะทำให้มันเท่ากันได้เลยมันก็คือเราเลยต้องเป็นการมินิไมซ์ระยะทางของมันแทนนะครับพอเราจะจัดรูปในรูปมินิไมซ์ซึ่งดูจากตรงนี้ครับคนนี้พอเป็นมินิไมซ์มันก็จะมีมินใช่ไหมครับพอเป็นมินเราจะเห็นว่าพวกสุดท้ายครับซึ่งมันจะมีตรงนี้จะมีค่ามินได้ก็ต่อเมื่อพวกสุดท้ายมีค่าแม็กซึ่งในรูปพวกสุดท้ายเราสามารถคำนวณในรูปของซึ่งเราสามารถกระจายรูป R เข้าไปแล้วเราสามารถคำนวณในรูปของควอเตอร์เนียนในรูปไอเกนเวกเตอร์เส้นได้ครับก็ตรงนี้นะครับก็หลังจากตรงนี้ครับเราจะอยู่ในรูปคิวที่สามารถเราพิจารณาได้นะครับแต่คิวมันจะมีเงื่อนไขในการเลือกครับว่า R ที่สุดท้ายเราต้องการหา R ที่มากที่สุดใช่ไหมครับที่ส่งผลให้ตรงนี้ครับมีค่าแม็กซิมัมใช่ไหมเราก็เลยเนื่องจากคิวแปลผ่านตรงกับ R เราก็เลยพิจารณา R ที่ส่งผลให้เลยพิจารณาคิวที่ส่งผลให้ R มีค่ามากที่สุดก็จะเป็นตามของผลของไอเกนเวกเตอร์ครับว่าก็จะตามสมการไอเกนเวกเตอร์ตรงนี้ส่วนในของ translation vector ครับมันเป็นแค่ค่าคงที่ที่เราจะเลื่อนระยะไปหลังเราหมุนเสร็จแล้วก็เลยใช้เป็นค่าเฉลี่ยตรงนี้แทนก็กลับเข้าไปในสมการครับ
yourself or your program?
In my program, we use MATLAB. We use MATLAB 20 event it's a computer program about mathematics to calculate about my algorithm.
Figure from your circle to have data from calculate source. That means matrix R, T, Q, to have the result.
Sorry, it's in our laptop.
The way to reconstruct always have any program. Why you choose ICT algorithm? I always have very integrated in computing, right?
Because from this equation, f and b is a program to use because f and b is a constant of just only one camera, one f So we use it for turn it in the ratio, adjust in the ratio. So the result of this main step, the red circle dot. Can you see? Circle dot is receive result from the previous step. It's not be the first, but it just is.
ภาษาไทยนะก็เหมือนจุดที่เราคำนวณจากขั้นตอนแรกครับตรงที่เราจะคำนวณที่เราคำนวณไปมันไม่ได้กำเนิดขึ้นตำแหน่งตรงนั้นตำแหน่งที่มันพอดีเป๊ะๆครับมันจะกำเนิดอยู่ในตรงนี้ครับเราเลยใช้ ICT เพื่อหมุนแล้วก็ปรับเข้ากับรูปหน้าครับเพราะตรง ICT เขาบอกว่าไม่ใช่จากที่ผมเรฟเฟอเรนซ์มามันเป็นอัลกอริทึมที่ไว้ประสานเข้าด้วยกันใช่ไหมแล้วมันจะมีค่าเทสโชตัวนึงไว้ปรับได้ว่าเราจะประสานให้มากเท่าไหร่โดยที่ผมปรับเทสโชตรงนี้จะปรับให้มันประสานเข้าไปไม่สุดให้เพื่อมันเป็นเอกลักษณ์ของหน้าที่เราจะทำเซอร์เฟซขึ้นมาใหม่ครับ Thank you.
The another reason is stolen in exhaustion. Because of receiving high square height is being passed outdoor. The sunlight shining into the car shop window is short range. When the sunlight shop window into the car, it will come to be the wrong way and will be more stolen inside the car. The man who is in car can enter because of if temperature less than 40 degrees Celsius, it will happen in exhaustion, and if temperature more than 40 degrees Celsius, it will happen in stove. The differential health effect of high concentration of carbon dioxide. When carbon dioxide concentration at 15,000 ppm is dangerous for health. The differential health effect of high temperature. The differential health effect of his exhaustion and his stove.
Equipment. In a study of measuring exhaust gas, we use Fosfeta and Mitsubishi Lancer TRSI. There are SI engines. Fosfeta is used gasoline and LPG fuel, but Mitsubishi Lancer TRSI use only gasoline fuel. And the next is the equipment in study. We use automatic emission analyzer and Q550 series instrument. It can measure the exhaust gas and carbon dioxide concentration. And the next is equipment in measuring temperature. Our fusion exhaust ER USB TPRC temperature for USB data logger. And the next is RS520 humidity temperature shall recorded. Mentally, we do the experiment into air conditioning. The first is recirculation, and the second is on-face air intake. When the light is on, they show recirculation, but the light is off, it shows on-face air intake. The fuel, when the light is on red, they show LPG engine, but the light is open alternative, they show gasoline engine. And the next is the putting position of instrument.
Methodology of measuring exhaust gas. First, step sensor and gas analyzer and check direct position and true start in engine and open air conditioning at second degree. And 3, place into bottom as gas analyzer and close mirror of both sides. After that, check one person inside the car together with measuring breathing rate per minute. And note exhaust gas every 5 minutes until 90 minutes. The next, set zero again and repeat remain in no person, 2 person and LPG engine. And the last, analyze data for mega. Repeat differential measuring temperature. First step, start the program of temperature and set the program of measuring temperature every 5 minutes until 110
degrees Celsius. And the next 10 in this instrument put outside the car because the maximum of temperature only 40 degrees Celsius. And the last no data in time.
Result of the air circulation system, no person inside the car. The model is a presentation of carbon dioxide per time. The maximum line is gasoline circulation in the old car. The maximum value at 1,100 ppm. The next is result of air circulation system, one person inside the car. The maximum line is gasoline circulation in the old car, and the next line is LPG or fresh air intake. Two lines can make the linear equation. The linear equation can predict the concentration when the time passes after 60 minutes, and predict how many minutes can take the other. And the next is result of conditioning recirculation through person. That has the maximum value at 7,060 and 600 ppm. When the time passes about 2 hours, it is the natural final. Result of temperature changing between surrounding and inside the car. The maximum value of temperature inside the car at 55.4 degrees Celsius, and the maximum value temperature starting at 45.9 degrees Celsius. The result of different maximum because in the cabin car can storage heat. When the time passes, temperature in the inside the car is more than the solid. In the future, we will make carbon dioxide and temperature sensor alarm chart. The chart is like in the lab build again. It shows sensor of carbon dioxide and temperature, and controller and alarm. Alarm will work when carbon dioxide concentration reach 15,000 ppm or the temperature reach 40 degrees Celsius.
In this study is considered a series of experiments. Close air circulation involves no person, 1 person, and 2 persons. The case of 2 persons have carbon dioxide more than no person and 1 person case. Because the breathing air is produced carbon dioxide. When there were people in vehicle after 60 minutes, or more than 3,500 ppm, less than 5%, that higher carbon dioxide concentration may cause headache, dizziness, hearing disorder, and tachycardia until you die finally. The maximum temperature is human and about 40 degrees Celsius. The experiment is shown that the people couldn't endure about 20 minutes because the hot air are conduct and increase continually in the cabin car. It will happen heat stroke, and if you stay a period of time, you die finally.
The last researcher second, when you feel sleepy, you should wash your bed or drink some coffee and take a part in the business paper. Maybe show the explaining in the worksheet. Thank you for your attention.
First question. We have two experiments. The first one is putting people in the car for air condition, and the second one is measuring the temperature. First experiment, you actually put someone inside the car for 2 hours. The first experiment, you put someone inside the car for 2 hours.
About 1 hour.
1 hour? Yeah. Who is that person? And don't you think that it's dangerous? You're studying something that concerns the safety of people and yourself.
When we shoot 1 hour to do the experiment, because 1 hour is the less of concentration, and it
and if think it's standard, it's like for you.
You okay, right?
Okay.
I never get inside any car again from this presentation. Okay. Alright.
And in the one person inside car case, it can help. It made a help effect about the time has 3 hours or 4 hours.
In future design, I think we should have some controller. Yeah. The carbon dioxide concentration 50,000. What is from any document that you make a review on this number, right?
I find and read many paper in the Science website. Yes.
Wow. Okay. What they said? They said 50,000 is safety standard. That if larger than this, even is in danger.
15,000 ppm can begin to the effect.
Okay. And what about 40 degrees Celsius?
40 degrees Celsius, because 40 degrees Celsius it can make his stone. His stone can maybe die.
Alright.
Yes.
Thailand sometimes in April, mid-April, sometimes it's 40 degrees Celsius. So how we can survive this condition?
This we choose the day because this day is the maximum temperature in the Honolulu.
Alright.
In this year. Yeah, it makes sense.
You know before tasting that will be hottest day, or you taste every day and you just stop?
I find the data from the we do the experiment many times, many days, many times, and many part of the time in the each day.
Okay, because this experience you don't have people in the car, so you can measure every day. Right. Next question is, when you measure the carbon dioxide in the car, is it normal that there's some carbon dioxide leak into the car, even with the new car, or it's just a problem with old car?
The question means the old car or new car carbon dioxide.
Are there any difference between old car and new car?
What difference? Yes. Because the old car has in the old car get worse quality of sealing of the window.
It means that even for a new car, you still have carbon dioxide in the cabin. Really?
Because this instrument can measure many exhaust gas. When I do in the cabin, the value of exhaust gas is only carbon dioxide.
This is carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide?
Carbon monoxide can maybe die in pick-up case, don't the sedan case.
Pick-up car.
Because the pick-up has the incomplete burning system. Yeah, but benzene is complete burning system. Please don't carbon monoxide export. Okay.
You use gasoline.
Gasoline. This car is adventure car. Adventure car don't use gasoline.
Okay, from this experiment, from the results, if I were to give recommendations to people, what's the longest period of time one can stay in an AC car that is parked somewhere? What would you say that period of time? Like 2 hours, 1 hour? What's the recommended maximum?
This question means the best solution?
So if I were somewhere in the middle of really hot, sunny place where I want to stay in an AC car, should I stay for 1 hour and then I have to leave the car, or 2 hours? What's the maximum number of hours I can stay safely according to this experiment?
In 1 person or 2 person? One. Maximum at 4 hours inside the car. Yes.
How about 2 person?
2 person, 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yes.
So we cannot stay over the night, right? Because for only
It's too short to if we sleep, fall asleep in middle of the night, it takes maybe 6 hours or 7 hours. So definitely we die, right? So we cannot sleep with we cannot turn engine on and sleep in a car. It's not recommended by you, right? Yes, yes, I think. Right. I think that's good enough.
Is there any questions from the audience?
Have you any question? No,
If not, let's give a round of applause for the speakers.
Last group, the last presentation is from the demonstration School of Prince of Sultan University. Please give a big hand to him, yes. And good luck.
Hello everyone, my name is Scius Forum. Today I come to present about indoor processing system using Wi-Fi, and the advisor is Dr. Tayasat. Outline as follows this topic. Okay, let's start with the first topic, introduction. Okay, one of the limited of global positioning system is it cannot tell you which part of the building that you in, because the signal from satellite cannot move through the building well. Okay, this part. Okay, there have been studies to find techniques to navigate inside the building. This kind of navigation is indoor-processing system or IPS, and this IPS is using Wi-Fi and works on Android phone. Okay, this my project is only a prototype. There are 2 types of devices used in this project. First is one Android phone and 3 Wi-Fi access points. As for objective, first, to solve how to calculate indoor position of target with using Wi-Fi. The second is to create and integrate the position program with works on Android OS. Okay, technology. I divide technology into 2 parts. there are calculation part and programming part. Okay, let's start with the calculation part. For the overview, the calculation process, I'm defining the distance between a person and Wi-Fi access point to be the radius of the center of the circle, and portion of each Wi-Fi access point is to be the center of the circle. Okay, you will see that intersection point or length point is the portion. Okay, this is the process in the calculation part. Before I explain this process, I have to give you a definition of RSI. RSI is the level of the signal. Okay, and every Android phone has a function that can measure RSI value. Okay, let's start the first step. How to convert RSI to distance? I have to study the relationship between these two parameters. Okay, in my experiment, the installation version of each Wi-Fi access point is not only selected but fixed. What's being chosen throughout this study to collect the data, the Android app Wi-Fi analyzer is employed to measure RSI at 25 randomized portion. RSI value is measured 10 times at each portion to collect possible pattern of signal portion relationship. Afterward, the absolute value of RSI and the distance are brought to display the relationship between RSI and distance. You will see that it can't directly rotate or achieve. It can't explained by a linear function or any basic function. Okay, how to solve this problem? I define a new variable y and give a function of y to be like this. Okay, then this is a transformation curve. After I use the new variable, you will see in x-axis is the distance, but in the y-axis is the y instead the absolute of RSI. Okay, then I use a curve fitting technique to estimate the relationship between RSI, between distance and y. Okay, this is an approximation for the curve fitting. You will see that y is approximate, not the relative value. Okay, this is how to solve the measurement function and approximate function. Okay, and then you will got how to convert RSI to distance by this formula. Okay, for the next step is how to find your portion. For this previously explaining of this picture, I have 3 circles to find the portion. So I would have 3 circle equations to calculate the portion. Okay, for the programming part, this is my algorithm. The first step is to input RSI value, and then the next step to calculate this distance by this formula. Okay, this formula is from the previous equation that I got from the curve fitting. Okay, and the next step is to calculate portion, and it will not show the portion immediately because I have to detect the portion by the circle equation. Okay, if the answer is true, the program will bring the portion. But if the portion is false, the program will take I to pass with error value and then go to second step again. Okay, for the test result of the program. Okay, this is the test result of the program comparison between real version and tablet version. For example, this is brown version, gray version, and orange version. From the trial, the program showed that 25% of the test version can indicate within 3 meters proximity. Okay, final topic conclusion. Now I get how tablet distance between a person and Wi-Fi access point by using ISI. And the second, I get calculation portion process by the use of circle equation. And the last, we get the program which works on Android phone. Okay, from the trial, the test of discrepancy between the real version and the calculated version are like from 0.21 to 6.79 meters. The reason for this error is possibility caused by the instability of Wi-Fi signal. Okay, for example, the quality of each Wi-Fi access point is affected to the instability of Wi-Fi signal, and the number of the data will collect is also. Okay, for the better program, increasing the number of the data collection to represent population. For the relationship between ISI and distance, and if I have more high quality Wi-Fi access point, I can have more stability of Wi-Fi signal. Thank you for your attention. Any questions?
So how do you compute the relation between ISSI and distance? How do you know that you must use that transformation, your y function equal log distance plus something? Yes. So, how do you know you should use this?
I try to many ways to transform the curve, and I found this y a function of this y. I try out and error.
So next question. For every Wi-Fi access point, can you use the same function, or this function should be changed depending on the access point?
You will see that the constant in the function C2 and C1 will change your Wi-Fi access point. Yeah.
For the same Wi-Fi access point, if you're measuring today and tomorrow, do you think the function will change?
Yeah, because the power feeding to a Wi-Fi point is different for different day. But it's an approximation from I approximate it in a bit. Yeah.
apart from instability of Wi-Fi signal, we have so many exit points, right? And also exit point of Wi-Fi working on electromagnetic wave on 2.4 GHz and the same frequency of microwave oven and same frequency of the walkie-talkie in some case. Do you think they will interfere each other? I mean, some mobile phone can open hotspot and activate they can create interference in the same frequency. Do you think it will interfere your system or not?
In the program,
okay, right.
Yes, it is. This is a program. First, to use this program is click Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi, and you will see this Wi-Fi. Okay, you will see Wi-Fi list. If I open use Wi-Fi, open Wi-Fi. Okay, Wi-Fi list will show what I think. Allow here have no Wi-Fi access point because okay show I can select what the Wi-Fi access point I want to use. Okay, in my project I use cheap Wi-Fi access point, so I have to pick three Wi-Fi. Okay, then I calculate. But you will see in my program can use in my room in the experiment room only. If you see that will show error each time another version is between unstable of Wi-Fi signal. The program can't calculate the option.
Can you go back to slide number 39? Sorry. To check the position by circle equation, what exactly is the circle equation? When does it produce false?
Yeah.
So you have three circles.
Yes.
When?
Normally it should not be checked the position by circle equation, but you use circle equation to determine the position, right?
Yes. It's because sometimes the question with x y when you is it x y to the equation, the right equation is not equal the left equation. Then so I have to check the position by the circle equation again.
you use equation, circle equation to determine the position,
Yes.
and then you check that position again against the circle equation.
Yes.
Straight up. Okay. And the last slide, I think, the one that you have predicted position and the true position with the triangle and circle. Very late slide at the end, I think. Not this one, at the end.
Yeah.
This one. Okay. Why do you have several calculated position? Why do you have 4 calculated position for one real position?
I test the program by random operation, new random operation. I test for I test 10 question, but I replicate it 4 times. It's the same question, but different question.
But what is the random thing that you do in each experiment? What is the random? Why don't you get the same calculated position?
Because I think I have the best data, but it's my advisor suggests that we should to test another person, make it different, from in the experiment, in the calculation part.
So from this result table, that's the sequence is the actual sequence where you walk and you get the calculated position up to 8.9 and then you walk to 3.5 and then you walk according to this sequence, right?
Yes.
Sure, what about in the diagram in the page 39? You wonder why we need iteration if we have exact number of equation and we want just for example we know 3 distance 3 arcs, right? And we want to determine only x and y, only two variables, right?
Yeah.
We should exactly determine the deterministic location of the position without any trial and error, without any. I think about using this method. It's like numerical method, try to reduce the error bit by bit by improving the location. At the end of the day, I think you should use deterministic solution instead of numerical method because it's only one sample and you need to
Yes, but how many meters?
High level and with 8.
12 by 8. And the error can go from, the prediction error can go from which range?
I think not.
No, your prediction error, you made error when you predict how far from the true position and the predicted position. No, not this one. It means your room is 8 meters width and your prediction error is 6 meters.
No. You mean
Your discrepancy is highest at 6 meters. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So
but your room is only 8 meters, so it's mean that you miss almost the whole thing. Right? It's random prediction on the web.
I think 6 meters is, if you think 6 meters is too far away from the real version, but it's real that it's too far from the version. But I think
That's okay. You should keep on with discussion.
If you have more than 3 access points, how would your program calculate the position? If you have more than 1, 2, 3, you have a 4th access point.
if I have 4 access points, okay. Let's see this. It is the same. If I have 3 Wi-Fi access points, okay, you will say it has only 1 intersection point. Yeah. Yeah, use the same equation.
Is there any questions from the audience? If not, let's give a big round of applause for the
Needle and unidentified needle or a needle type large cone with only TR-SPSBA intergenetic spacer primer. And this is the conclusion. After we got PCR product and we purify the PCR by using Kaizen according to manufacturer PCR purification kit. And this table shows the PCR sequencing of Needham-Neiman. Okay, from this picture we can identify this sample is Needham-Neiman because it has the most identity value. And this picture shows the PCR sequencing of unidentified Needham, which dark cone, make us know that is Needham montanum. And this slide shows the corresponding alignment between Needham Neiman and Needham montanum. It has similarity show 92%. Okay, let's jump to conclusion. Only the TRNS-PSBA intergenic spacer was successfully amplified. It can tell us a difference between species of Needham. And we suggest that the TRNS-PSBA intergenic spacer can be used as the barcode of Needham species. We would like to thank Dr.
Jamie. Oh, fabulous.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, DNA barcode. So, you know about that? Yeah, good. Exactly, yes. What is that? The DNA barcodes?
Is the short fragment of the genomic DNA that from different species it has a different nucleotide sequence and that we use for identify them.
Yeah. So this is gymnosperm, right?
Yes.
It's not flowering plant.
I mean, it's like flowering plant because it has a vessel element in the xylem. Its evolution is quite close to angiosperm.
Okay, that's why you choose the coloplast DNA regions MATK, RBCL, and TRNH-PSBA. So my question is, if you choose RBCL, for the DNA barcode sequence. Do you think in gymnosperm and in flowering plant share the similar sequence?
No, it's different sequence.
But it's gymnosperm that you would like to make it different, but you use from flowering plants. You understand my question? You use the sequence that reserved in flowering plants, but you would like to distinguish or identify by the barcode of the gymnosperm. Do you have some literature reveal that this sequence reserved also in gymnosperm, not only in the flowering plants?
I have a literature review, but in the literature review, they make in flowering plants, and I think it has a similarity between gymnosperm and angiosperm in netum.
What's similar between the sequence that may be difficult for us right now to say it's RBCL sequence? It's just for flowering plants or also share somehow in gymnosperm. But can you explain from your knowledge that they have the ribulose 1,4-bisphosphate carboxylase large subunit genes?
This gene is in coloplast DNA, right? And it has a position right similar between angiosperm and gymnosperm. In this, in the gene of tomato is flowering plants, but it has a gene position same. Can you ask your questions again, please? I don't understand.
Because gymnosperm and flowering plants, that you would like to make some DNA barcode.
Yes.
And you choose RBCL. And then I ask you, because I have less knowledge about gymnosperm, but in the flowering plant it's okay. But for gymnosperm, there are anybody found that RBCL also the constant sequence in this coloplast DNA?
Yes, it's in coloplast DNA of gymnosperm, but no one, as I know, no one do it in netum.
What about in pine nuts?
Pine nuts.
It's gymnosperm, right?
Yes. I'm not sure that someone can do it in pine nuts.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Simple question. Did you DNA sequence by yourself?
No, I'm saying it to sequence.
So this will confirm taxonomy. I mean, it's for the morphology with two species already.
Yes, already by Ajahn Gantima. Yes, by morphology, and is corresponding to the DNA sequence.
Support.
Yes, support.
At the beginning, you said that you have you select 3 candidate DNA barcoding, and you just successfully one of them, right? So for the other 2, well, that's enough for the high school student, I think. But
For the other two marker, you didn't see any PCR product at all?
Yes, I didn't see because maybe the PCR condition or the quality of DNA, yes, makes the two genes didn't amplify the PCR.
Have you tried to decrease the annealing temperature already?
Not yet.
Okay.
Thank you for the questions.
Be happen if we did not get guidance, encouragement, and support during the study from our advisor. I would like to express my sincere thanks to her. I would also like to thank to Mr. Hawadi Wongasi and Ms. Phunada Busu, the student in the degree of Master of Science in Biology, for their general suggestion, kindness, and help throughout the research. Well, if anyone have a question, please feel free to ask whatever you want to know.
Thank you for that talk. Did you know why your orchid, the name after by color? Why?
I think the founder want to make them because it have true color. Obviously, in the picture, you can see it. It has true color. It's purple and yellow. I think that.
Yes. From your result, if you add the bacterium, they are growing really well. And after that, did you put in the greenhouse or just in grow, or just only in the tube?
Excuse me. Sorry.
After your result, after you put agrobacterium and they are growing very well and only on the tube, and or you just let them go and put them in the glass house or not?
We culture agrobacterium in Sorry, I can't follow your question. Could you please say that again? Slowly and louder. Didn't hear that. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, maybe my question is wrong. So your result, if you put you put agrobacterium, right? I'm asking about your research. Just grow them on the tube, only on the tube. And just measurement them, they are growing well, or just root and shoot, right? I mean, compare mixing as shoot and root. And if your result, your discussion is they are growing very well. It's not let them grow until they are growing, have a leaf, have a flower.
Yeah, we make sure that we don't let it grow up like
Let's do like a tissue culture, right? It's not grow in the
tissue culture.
So in the nature or put them in the greenhouse.
Okay. Teacher
just ask that if you let it go in the nature or you throw it away after the experiment. After experiment that plant that you grow in the laboratory, you grow it in the nature or you just throw it away or.
Okay, right. Let me say that the transgenic plant we study, if we grow them, keep going to grow them up, if for a commercial side, we must to ask for approval to grow them and like commercial side. If we only study that, we can grow them up next after our study. Get it?
Thank you. Could I ask you some questions? That your working is right now is the first step before you going to send the double-stranded RNA, right? No, the antisense.
Yeah.
So just give what the antisense in any means is gonna be 10 times.
Okay.
So in your idea, how you gonna send the antisense to silence the expression of the ACC oxidase?
You mean like antisense, we can send them to the plant?
How you can send you to just go back to
Microbiome is natural, we can send into plant chromosome.
And that's the easiest way.
Yes, is how in nature they can send the tDNA like, into the plant chromosome, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. So you're just gonna use the agrobacterium and send them. So
alright, let me say that we change tDNA region. This is the plasmid in nature of agrobacterium. In nature is 10 DNA region that have oxygen, cytokinin, protein into the organ and they make proud grow on this of plant. But we our study we change this tDNA region by put like antisense ACC gene into this tDNA region and they can send into the plant chromosome. Right?
That is okay. It's gonna be take some more time.
So let me finish you with the last question. Very nice to hear you, a new director of the direct cell today. So it's a very beginning of transformed by agrobacterium in monocotyledons. It's quite hard too for agrobacterium in monocotyledon like in orchids or in rice. And this is just 8 weeks for the protocoll-like body of the Symphydium bicolor. So you have a lot of work for continue. But the idea and aim is quite okay, very nice, to be prolong the shelf life of the orchids, the pot plants or the cutting flowers. But do you have the other ideas that you can preserve the orchids when you would like to export to the other country? But if like post-harvest of the orchids, because you're talking about extremely sensitive to ethylene. So do you have the other idea to compare with your experiment that's better than you have the post-harvest to reduce the production of ethylene by the technology of the post-harvest, or if you transform this plasmid that have the antisense of ethylene, ACC oxidase genes, and it will be better. What about your idea?
there are many factors that can make orchid become wilting. Our study, we stop a growth, reduce ACC of 18, right? Inhibited them. Our idea is like try to reduce other factors during the transplantation that can make flower become ready. Like temperature and oxygen.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for your attention.
ที่เราเสริมไมกร
ญี่ปุ่นจะดีนะครับ